Right, our last half hour has passed, and we're kind of on to the last stretch and fold. So, what I think the last time I stretched and tucked, so I'll stretch and fold this one. So by now it's less sticky than it was when it started. However, it's softer as well. So it will, as you'll probably see, it will stretch that little bit more, if you can see there, like a big dish rag. I'm not going to damage it. I'm just going to, I was really just showing you there for demonstration purposes. So yeah, we do this 4 times. So as you've seen, I did the first stretch and then I turned the ball around. And then again, we're stretching that. And again, as far as it'll go. And then once it reaches its limit, don't tear the dough. Just, just be careful with it. There's no need, just like say, that's probably better, isn't it? I keep on forgetting which the best angle is. I'm trying to look at this and see what you can see. And the last one, number 4. There we go. Now, like I said, there's no right, well, from what I can fathom, there's different methods out there, and there's no right one because in terms of what you're trying to achieve, we've achieved it using both of those methods. There's others as well, but essentially it's doing the same job. So I've actually done the 4 stretch and folds, but just to show you as well, there's no problem. We don't want to overwork it, but I can finish off just folding and tucking if I wanted to. There's no problem with that because I've done that before and it's worked. So I'm not just saying it because I fancy saying it. I've done it and it works. So it's just really to demonstrate, and it's not done anymore. It's just to demonstrate that there's not actually no problem. I'll take out the ball and let you kind of have a look at the door. Still tacky and everything else as it will be, but there we go. We're not frightened of it, are we? It's a bit of sourdough, it's a bit of flour and water, and that's that one. So I mark that just so well. I know I've done the last one. So there's 4. And it is helpful, to be fair, because I have had occasions where I've had to go look back, and like when I've done videos and think, look back, oh, did I do that? I couldn't remember. But so it's a bit of a helpful way. And I'm going to do this last one while we're here. I might as well. So this is, and I've marked the ball up just in case. How do you know which is which? Well, I've marked the ball that says old, which is the old starter. And exactly the same with that. I'm just going to lift that up. If anything, I can tell between the two. This one seems slightly more, or definitely seems more elastic than that one. So the starter is doing more on this. I can see there. Looks like somebody's shirt there. The starter is actually doing more to the flour than the new one. So I could definitely tell there's definitely going to be a difference in this. Definitely, just by the feel of it. But like I say, I'm no expert, but all I can tell you is it does feel different. And that will come. So the more you use it, the more you feel, this is only 2 weeks. This has been going a few, probably a couple of months now, this one, I think. But yeah, so it's to be expected, and it's early days. And like I say, I started off exactly like that. And then there's 4. And like I say, just for consistency, I'll finish that one the same, just so you can, and you reach just so they're both the same, and you reach that point where you say, I know it's not doing anymore. It's done as much as it can do there. So there we go. There, just to show you, that's exactly the same again. So they both feel the same, they both look the same. The only difference is the starter. The process has been exactly the same between both of those. And I'll even do that, because that's going to make a big difference to the loaf at the end of the day, isn't it? So anyway, so that's it. So that's stretch and fold number 4, and that's it for tonight. So what happens now is nothing. I'm just going to leave this at room temperature, which will probably drop down to 17 degrees during the night in my front room. I'll just leave it in the front room because it is actually warmer than in the kitchen. And what we're actually looking for now, and this is where things, I'm just going to get a little thing for my hand, a little cloth. This is where the most important part is. So we've ticked that. So that's stage number 6, tick, done. So what I'm kind of telling you now is what's coming up. So overnight, that's going to start doing its thing. And if you ever watch like a ball of sourdough, you can think just nothing is happening. And hour 1, hour 2, it's not done anything. Nothing's happening. And what happens is kind of over time, it starts slowly rising. And then over time, it gets faster and faster. And probably 10, 11 hours, you might start seeing activity, you know, not with the naked eye. I mean, you'd have to have time lapse to see it. And then eventually it gets quicker and quicker. And what we're essentially trying to achieve is, do you know your starter? Because I've still got one here, and you feed it. So think of your starter. So I've just fed it. Think of that being along the same lines of what's happening here. And what happens is you feed it, and this is only small, and obviously the concentrations are different because this is wetter, etc., etc. And then what happens is that will start rising, and then it'll reach a peak, and then it falls. So if you can imagine it being the starter, what we want to do is we want to let this prove, because it's going into the user term called bulk proving. I don't want to get into terms and stuff like that because this is where it becomes confusing. This is just proving. Call it whatever you like. Call it Fred proving. Call it whatever. They call it bulk proving. I don't care what they call it, but I know what's happening. So with this starter, what happens is we feed it. So it's got fresh food in, just like that's got fresh food in. And over time, it will reach a peak and it'll stop, and then it'll begin to fall. So it's kind of used all the energy it's got in the flour. It's fed all it can feed, and then it goes back to sleep. Well, it's not going to sleep, but it falls back down. What we want to achieve with this is we want to achieve this to reach a certain point where it's fully proved, and this is the most important stage now. Once we've done this, this is the most important stage. This will make or break your sourdough, 100%. From all what I've looked at and done so far, this is by far the most important stage. So overnight, that's going to rise up and it's going to reach a point. And the reason I talk about having a 2-litre bowl, which this is we want to essentially get this to double in size. Just bear with me, because and there'll be some that know about sourdough think, no, we're not necessarily doubling. You're right, we're not. But however, what we're looking for with this, at the temperature that we're going to be proving it at, which is room temperature, 18, 20 or whatever, we want this to reach about 20 millimeters below the edge of the bowl, using a 2-litre bowl. Now, this is going to take overnight and into the morning, but we'll come back and we'll look at what's happened, explain a little bit more. But this next stage is the most important stage. If you get this wrong and you stop it too early, because after we do it, we shape it. That's the next stage after we prove it overnight. And now I'm not getting ahead of myself here. If we stop it too early, it won't work as well. If we leave it go too long, it won't work as well. So the trick is, and this is the trick, is getting it just at the right point, which we're going to come back to. That's the foretaste of tomorrow. I'm just trying to explain a little bit of what we're looking for before it happens. So I'm expecting that to get to about 20 mils, 20 millimeters to 25 millimeters below the edge of the bowl using a 2-litre bowl. Now I can explain a little bit more about that tomorrow, but not now. And there's certain signs and things that we're going to look for and look at, but that's tomorrow. So for now, it's good night to sourdough 1, good night to sourdough 2, and good night to you too. That was a bit cheesy, that wasn't it? Shouldn't have done that. I can't edit it though. I don't know how to do it. So you're gonna have to live with that little cheesy comment at the end. So that's it. Tomorrow we'll be back. We'll look at this, and for you skeptics out there, I can't make scale. What have I done hard? You're gonna have to explain to me at the end of this. If I've done anything difficult, you're gonna have to tell me, because I can't find anything so far that's hard. The next bit is going to be the little tricky bit, but we'll get it right together. So that's the key. We can do this together, and if we know what we're looking for, because I didn't know any of this, honestly. I wish somebody had just said, this is exactly what you're looking for. If we can do this together, we'll nail it, and we'll make some sourdough. You won't be a professional, you won't be a master, but you'll be a sourdough maker, and that's all we want. A decent loaf, that's all we want. No, you'll be the masters in time to come, but in the meantime, we'll make sourdough. Simple as that. And let those gloat over the magnificent loaves. We just make some bread that we can eat and enjoy. So good night to you for good night for tonight, that is, even, and we'll see you in the morning for the next stage. So bye for now.